All right, so are you ready to dive into Think and Grow Rich?
I am.
Because today, we're going headfirst into Napoleon Hill's classic,
Yeah.
the one that sold millions and millions of copies.
It's pretty incredible.
Claims to unlock those secrets to success based on interviews with over 500
Wow.
of some of the wealthiest people of Hill's time.
Fascinating.
And our mission today is to sift through those secrets.
Oh, okay.
See what still holds up in our modern world, and maybe even unearth a nugget or two
Yeah.
that could change your life.
I think it's possible. It's a fascinating book.
Oh, wow.
Not just for its advice, but for the insights into the psychology of achievement.
Yeah.
I mean, Hill went beyond just
Yeah.
those surface level tips.
Yeah.
He really tried to understand the mindset, the beliefs, the things that propel those individuals to success.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of beliefs,
Yeah.
Hill keeps dangling this mysterious Carnegie secret throughout the book.
Yeah.
Andrew Carnegie, the steel tycoon, supposedly whispered this secret formula for wealth creation to Hill,
All right.
who then kind of sprinkled it throughout the chapters.
Clever marketing.
Right, clever marketing. But here's the kicker.
Yeah.
The secret isn't some magic spell
Right.
or a hidden treasure map.
No.
It's much deeper than that.
It is. It's about, he emphasizes the power of a burning desire,
Okay.
a clearly defined purpose,
Right.
and an almost unshakable faith in your ability to achieve that purpose.
Okay, burning desire, I get. You got to want it bad. But faith,
Yeah.
that almost sounds a little too mystical for me.
Okay.
Is this where we start chanting mantras into the full moon?
Not quite.
Okay.
But think of it more like unwavering belief.
Okay.
And self-suggestion.
All right.
When you truly believe in something, when you can vividly see yourself achieving it,
Yeah.
it starts to influence your actions and your choices. It's almost like programming your mind for success.
So are we talking about the power of positive thinking here?
It's more nuanced than that. It's not just thinking happy thoughts.
Right.
It's about cultivating that deep-seated belief in your ability to achieve those goals.
Yeah.
And then backing that belief up with consistent action.
Okay.
And he illustrates this beautifully with a story
Okay.
about R.U. Darby's uncle. And this guy literally quit digging for gold just 3 feet away from a massive vein because he lost faith.
Ouch.
Talk about a painful lesson.
I could practically feel that guy's frustration.
Yeah.
You know, I bet we've all had moments where we almost gave up on something right before a breakthrough.
Oh, for sure.
I remember this one time. Actually, you know what? Let's save that for another time.
Yeah.
But it does make you wonder what separates those who push through
Yeah.
and those who, like Darby's uncle, just throw in the towel.
Well, that's where resilience and grit come into play.
Okay.
It's about developing that mental toughness
Yeah.
to persevere despite the setbacks.
To view challenges as opportunities for growth.
I like that.
And that brings us to another crucial element
Yeah.
Hill highlights, and that's the power of imagination.
Right. The workshop of the mind.
Yes.
Where you transform those burning desires into concrete plans. It's easy to dismiss imagination as something fluffy and impractical.
Right.
But Hill uses a brilliant example
Okay.
to ground it in reality.
Yeah.
And that is Coca-Cola.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Imagine this.
Okay.
You have a simple syrup recipe,
Mm-hmm.
nothing revolutionary.
Right.
Most people would stop there.
Probably, yeah.
But not Asa Candler.
Right.
He acquired the formula
Mm-hmm.
and using his imagination,
Yeah.
envisioned its potential far beyond.
Oh.
A simple beverage.
Yeah.
He saw a global brand,
Uh-huh.
a symbol of refreshment and happiness.
Smart.
And through marketing genius and a relentless drive,
Yeah.
he turned that vision into reality.
He did.
Okay, now that's inspiring.
It's like he took that raw material, that simple idea, and molded it into something extraordinary using the power of his imagination.
It's pretty remarkable.
I'm already starting to see how these seemingly abstract concepts
Yeah.
can actually be powerful tools.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you listening right now? Is there a dream that you've been putting off, telling yourself it's unrealistic? What if, just what if,
Yeah.
unleashing your imagination could be the key to unlocking its potential?
That's a great question. It's something to think about. We often limit ourselves by what we believe is possible.
Yeah.
Hill challenges us to kind of push past those limitations
Right.
and tap into the boundless creativity of our minds.
And to support that creative process.
Yeah.
Hill emphasizes the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people.
Yes.
He calls it the Mastermind Alliance, basically forming a powerhouse group of like-minded individuals who inspire, challenge, and hold you accountable.
It's like a modern-day mastermind group.
Yeah.
Your own personal board of advisors.
Yeah.
But here's the question.
Okay.
Has the digital age made finding your mastermind easier or harder?
That's a good question.
Because on one hand,
Right.
we're bombarded with connection requests, online groups,
Yeah.
but building those genuinely supportive relationships
Mm-hmm.
takes effort.
It does.
It takes time.
It's like sifting through a mountain of fool's gold
Yes.
to find those genuine nuggets.
Exactly.
Those people who truly elevate your thinking and push you to be your best.
Absolutely.
And Hill is pretty specific
He is.
about the kind of energy that needs to exist
Yeah.
within this group, right?
Absolutely. He stresses the importance of harmony and alignment within the group.
Yeah.
You know, conflict and disharmony, he believed, would sabotage the entire process.
It makes sense.
So it's about finding those individuals
Right.
who not only share your ambition, but complement your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Creating a synergy that propels everyone forward.
And once that mastermind is in place,
Yeah.
fueling those big dreams, Hill is adamant
Yeah.
that persistence
Yes.
is what separates the dreamers from the achievers.
Absolutely.
I mean, the guy spent 20 years researching Think and Grow Rich.
Wow.
So he definitely practiced what he preached.
He did. He walks the walk.
He did.
And to further illustrate this,
Yeah.
he uses the example of Fannie Hurst,
Okay.
a writer who endured 4 years of struggle in New York before finally achieving success.
Wow.
Her story serves as a reminder that, that overnight success is often a myth.
Right?
True achievement requires that long-term commitment,
Yeah.
an unwavering belief in your vision, and the grit to persevere through those inevitable setbacks.
It's so true.
And in today's world,
Yeah.
this world of instant gratification,
Right.
cultivating that kind of persistence
Yeah.
is more crucial than ever.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't you say? Absolutely. We're bombarded with these stories of overnight successes, viral sensations, instant riches.
Yeah.
But the reality is,
Yeah.
most meaningful achievements, the ones that truly stand the test of time,
Right.
require years
Yeah.
of dedicated effort.
Yeah.
It's about embracing the long game, understanding that setbacks are not failures.
Right.
They're stepping stones
Yeah.
on the path to success.
So how do we cultivate
Yeah.
that kind of unwavering persistence?
It's a good question.
Especially in a world that's constantly tempting us
Yeah.
with instant gratification.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. It's so easy to get caught up
Right.
in the endless scroll of social media,
Yeah.
comparing ourselves to others' highlight reels
It's
and
tight.
feeling like we're falling behind.
It is. It's
Yeah.
definitely a challenge.
Yeah.
But Hill offers some valuable insights
Okay.
into overcoming those internal roadblocks. He identifies 6 basic fears
Okay.
that he believes hold us back
Okay.
from achieving our full potential.
Okay.
Fear of poverty,
Okay.
criticism,
All right.
ill health,
Mm-hmm.
loss of love,
Okay.
old age,
All right.
and death.
Okay. That sounds like a pretty heavy list.
I know. That's a lot. But hear me out. Poverty, I get, and nobody wants to struggle financially. And ill health, well, staying healthy is important, obviously. But fear of criticism,
Yeah.
doesn't that seem a little, well, sensitive?
Okay.
I mean, everybody's a critic these days.
Right. But his point is that fear
Yeah.
in any form can paralyze us.
Okay.
And it keeps us playing small.
Right.
Holding back from sharing our ideas
Yeah.
and ultimately
Yeah.
from living a truly fulfilling life.
Right.
And, when you think about it,
Yeah.
that fear of criticism
Yeah.
is often at the root of procrastination.
Oh, interesting.
We put things off.
Yeah. Because we're afraid of what other people might think.
Right.
Afraid of judgment, rejection.
Oh, wow. You're totally right. I've definitely been guilty of that.
Yeah.
I've had ideas brewing for projects, stories I want to write.
Right.
But then that little voice of doubt creeps in.
Yeah.
Like, what if people hate it?
Totally.
What if I'm not good enough?
Yeah.
And then, poof, the project never sees the light of day.
Exactly. And that's why he emphasizes the importance
Yeah.
of not only recognizing these fears,
Right.
but actively working to overcome them.
Okay.
He believed that facing our fears head on is crucial
Yeah.
for unlocking our true potential.
So it's not about becoming some fearless superhero.
Right.
It's about understanding that fear is a natural human emotion,
Right.
but it doesn't have to control us.
Exactly.
It's about learning to manage it, to not let it dictate our choices and our actions.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Good. And, even though Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich decades ago,
Right.
his insights about fear, especially the fear of criticism,
Yeah.
are incredibly relevant today.
Oh, absolutely.
Think about how social media amplifies this fear.
Right.
We're constantly bombarded with opinions,
Yeah.
judgments,
Yeah.
comparisons.
Sure.
It's so easy to get caught up in that negativity
Yeah.
and let it stifle our creativity.
It's like we're all walking on eggshells,
Right.
afraid to put ourselves out there for fear of being, canceled or ridiculed.
Yeah.
So what's the antidote to this fear-driven paralysis?
Okay.
How do we break free from that self-imposed prison?
Well, Hill would argue that the first step is awareness.
Okay.
Recognizing that fear is often an illusion,
Yeah.
a mental barrier that we create for ourselves.
Right.
It's about challenging those negative thoughts,
Yeah.
those self-limiting beliefs that are holding us back.
Okay, so step 1, awareness. What's next? Do we need to start practicing affirmations in the mirror every morning?
Affirmations can be helpful,
Okay.
but he also emphasizes the importance of action.
Okay.
It's not enough to just think positive thoughts.
Right.
We need to take concrete steps towards our goals.
Yeah.
Even if those steps are small and imperfect, he believed that action, even imperfect action, is the key to building confidence and momentum.
What's about taking that first step?
Exactly.
Even if it's a wobbly one, it's about getting out of our heads
Yes.
and into the arena, so to speak.
Exactly.
But as we start taking action, hopefully that fear starts to loosen its grip a little bit.
Exactly. And here's another interesting point he makes.
Yeah.
He uses the example of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor
Oh, right.
to illustrate the power of persistence, even in the face of overwhelming opposition.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not necessarily endorsing their choices, but
Right.
you have to admit their story is a testament to the power of unwavering desire.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, talk about going after what you want.
Right.
The Duke was willing to give up the throne, his entire world,
It's incredible.
to be with the woman that he loved.
Yeah.
Now, that's commitment. But it does make you think about the potential consequences of unchecked desire.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
When does pursuing your goals become detrimental to yourself or to others?
That's a critical question.
It is.
And it's one that Hill doesn't shy away from. He acknowledges that desire, when channeled improperly, can lead to destructive outcomes.
Right.
It's a reminder that success isn't simply about achieving our goals.
Right.
It's about doing so in a way that aligns with our values,
Yeah.
that doesn't compromise our integrity
Right.
or harm others in the process.
It's like that saying, be careful what you wish for.
Exactly.
We need to be mindful, not only of what we desire, but also the potential impact of achieving those desires.
Right.
It's about finding that balance
Yeah,
between ambition and ethical responsibility.
absolutely. And that brings us to another concept
Okay.
Hill emphasizes,
Right.
and that's taking ownership of our choices.
Okay.
He calls excuses the alibis of achievement.
Oh, I love that. It was so true.
Yeah.
We've all been guilty of crafting those elaborate excuses for why we haven't achieved something.
Yeah.
If only I had more time.
Right.
If only I had more money.
Exactly.
It's like we're trying to convince ourselves that external factors are holding us back, when in reality, it's often our own fear and inaction
Right.
that are the real culprits.
Exactly. And Hill was adamant that
Yeah.
these excuses are nothing more than self-imposed limitations.
Right.
And he even lists some common alibis in the book.
Does he?
Yeah.
What are they?
And it's almost comical how relatable they still are today. He quotes people saying things like, if I didn't have a wife and family, or if I had enough money.
It's like he's reading our minds.
Right.
We all have our go-to excuses, those little stories we tell ourselves to justify our lack of progress.
Exactly.
But Hill's message is clear.
Okay.
Stop blaming those external circumstances
Right.
and start taking responsibility for your own success.
Yes.
It's a tough pill to swallow,
Yeah.
but also incredibly empowering.
It's a real wake-up call, right?
It is. Are we going to let those excuses define us?
Yeah.
Or are we going to step up and take control of our own destinies?
Right.
It's a choice we all have to make.
It is. And Think and Grow Rich
Yeah.
really serves as a roadmap for making that choice.
Yeah.
It provides that framework for shifting our mindset.
Right.
For moving from a place of fear and limitation to one of empowerment and possibility.
It's like Hill is handing us the keys to the kingdom.
Yeah.
But it's up to us to open the door and step inside.
Right.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Think and Grow Rich, what are some of the key takeaways that you think will resonate most with our listeners?
Well, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
But if I had to distill it down to a few essential points, I'd say it's about understanding the power of desire, belief, and persistence.
Okay.
It's about cultivating that burning desire for what you want.
Yeah.
Backing that desire up with unwavering belief in yourself, and then taking consistent action, even when faced with setbacks.
So important.
It is. And of course, surrounding yourself with a supportive mastramind can make that journey a whole lot smoother.
It's like a recipe for success.
Yeah.
A potent blend of mindset, strategy, and sheer willpower.
Absolutely.
But as you mentioned earlier, Hill wrote this book in a different era.
He did.
So the question for our listeners is this.
Okay.
Which of these principles do you think are timeless, applicable to anyone, regardless of their circumstances?
Yeah.
And which ones might need a little tweaking or updating to fit our modern world?
That's a good question.
That's something to ponder as you go out and start applying these ideas to your own life.
I think that's a brilliant question. The world has certainly changed since Hill's time.
It has.
But those fundamental principles of human achievement, the drive, the determination, the unwavering belief in oneself, those, I believe, are eternal.
Well said. And on that inspiring note, we are wrapping up this deep dive into Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich.
Awesome.
Hopefully you've unearthed some valuable insights that'll help you unlock your own potential and achieve your wildest dreams.
Remember, it all starts with a thought.
Until next time, keep thinking, keep growing, and keep diving deep.